Welcome to the Humboldt Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. I am Bertie Welty, your worship leader for today, and we are currently lay-led. Look around at this beautiful landscape we have, and this fellowship is on unceded ancestral lands of the Wiyot people, and we try to honor the tribe and pay a pittance for the right to use their land, and try to be good stewards of this land, and we invite you to do the same. And I want to remind everybody that next Sunday, there's going to be a very important congregational meeting following the service, and we invite everybody to attend. And this will be the start of many discussions about where are we as a fellowship going in the future. And if you haven't noticed when you walked in, there's a potluck going to go on right after service. And even if you neglected to bring a dish to share, I'm sure there'll be plenty of food for all. And assistance on final cleanup and everything. I mean, people came in and they just pitched in the kitchen and everything and set everything up, and it's wonderful. And some of the guys came and they pitched in and set up all the tables, and they set up the racetrack. Now, behind you off the playscape is a racetrack, and the racetrack has 2 lanes in it, and all people, children and adults alike, are welcome to get a team of at least 2. And hopefully, we have enough wheels for everybody. But at this table over here, after the service and while we're getting set up for the potluck and during the potluck or whatever, there's a table over there with all of the things and the instructions on how to build your squash race car. And so we'll let them off the race and see who goes the furthest and who gets the fastest. And we can run meets and all. And our wonderful guru for that is Bob Bronco. Bob's back there, and he's in charge. So have some fun and play. This chalice lighting on Belonging is by the Reverend Karen LeBlanc. This isn't just a place of worship. This isn't just a Sunday morning filled with spirit, topped off with cookies and coffee. This is our fellowship, our congregation, where we are building community, where we are opening ourselves to each other, where we trust and love, rise and fall together. This is where we feel safe. This is where we know we are welcomed. This is where we belong. For this gift and so many others, we light our chalice. And now, if you'll join me in renewing our aspiration, which is on your slips and on the screen for those of you on Zoom. May love be the spirit of this fellowship. May the quest for truth be its sacrament, and service be its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to help one another in fellowship. This is our fellowship. Dear friends, we pause at this time in our service to honor the memory of David Lewis, who died last Monday morning following his release from the hospital the night before. David was a supportive force behind our longtime member, Beverly Morgan Lewis, his wife of almost 45 years. Our thoughts go out to Beverly and their extended family. We will no longer hear the sound of his voice or feel the touch of his hand. We extinguish our chalice to mark his physical death. However, his spirit will live on in the hearts and minds of those he touched on his life's journey. We light this candle to symbolize his life. From the candle of his life, we relight the chalice of this community to symbolize how his love and influence will go on shining amongst us. In mystery we are born, in mystery we live, and in mystery we die. And now, if you would come sing along with the choir, um, preferably masked or at distance and stuff, if you're actually singing outside here. Um, the words to gathered here are in on your sheets or on your screens at home.
It's a really familiar tune, so why don't we sing through it all together once, and then you're invited to come in at a different entrance. You'll notice it's marked 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those of you who know this, we can sing this in a nice round, and I'll just cut us off at the end. Okay? And so choir, you're invited to just continue singing Spirit, Spirit Draw Near at the end. Choir, just sing that so that we can end together. Okay? Thank you. So let's sing all together once, and then we'll divide into parts. 1, 2. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit draw near, Spirit draw near, Spirit draw near, Spirit draw near.
Okay, we're talking about water today. So I got this book from the library. Any of you can get it next. It's called We Are Water Protectors. It's by Carol Lindstrom. We Are Water Protectors. And illustrated by Michelle Coady. Water is the first medicine, Nakomi's told me. Nakomi's grandmother. Water is the first medicine. We come from water. It nourished us inside our mother's body as it nourishes us here on Mother Earth. Water is sacred. she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. The river's rhythm runs through my veins, runs through my people's veins. My people talk of a black snake that will destroy the land. Spoil the water, poison plants and animals, wreck everything in its path. When my people first spoke of the black snake, they foretold that it wouldn't come for many, many years. Now, the black snake is here. Its venom burns the land, courses through the water, making it unfit to drink. Take courage. I must keep the black snake away from my village's water. I must rally my people together. To stand for the water, to stand for the land, to stand as one against the black snake. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. It will not be easy. We fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, the winged ones, the crawling ones, the creepy crawlers, the four-legged, the two-legged, the plants, trees, rivers, and lakes. The earth. We stand for the earth. We are all related. Ahom, Atakwiasin. Tears like waterfalls stream down, tracks down my face, tracks down my people's faces. Water has its own spirit, Nokomis told me. Water is alive. Water remembers our ancestors who came before us, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. We are stewards of the earth. Our spirits have not been broken. We are water protectors. We stand. The black snake is in for the fight of its life. Water is life. Mine Wutoni. Protect the sacred. All nations. So at the end of this book, there's a pledge. Earth Steward and Water Protector Pledge. I'm going to read it to you to start, and then I hope that I'll read it a second time and you can repeat after me. Earth Steward and Water Protector Pledge. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all its living beings, including the water and land. I will always remember to treat the earth as I would like to be treated. I will treat the winged ones, the crawling ones, the four-legged, the two-legged, the plants, trees, rivers, lakes, the earth, with kindness and respect. I pledge to make this world a better place by being a steward of the earth and a protector of the water. It has a place for you to sign and a date. If you wanted to get the book and sign it or make a copy from a library. I'm going to read it slowly, and if you want to, you can repeat after me. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth.
I will do my best to honor Mother Earth
And all its living beings, including the water and land.
and all its living beings, including the water and land.
I will always remember to treat the earth as I would like to be treated.
I will always remember to treat the earth as I would like to be treated.
I will treat the winged ones,
I will treat the winged ones,
the crawling ones,
the crawling ones,
the four-legged,
the four-legged,
the two-legged,
the two-legged,
the plants, trees, rivers, lakes,
the plants, trees, rivers, lakes,
the earth,
the earth,
with kindness and respect.
with kindness and respect.
I pledge to make this world a better place
I pledge to make this world a better place
by being a steward of the earth and a protector of the water.
by being a steward of the earth and a protector of the water.
Aho, matakuyasin. It means we are all related. Those blades of grass and we have the same rights, the same privileges. Thank you very much.
I'll bring it down for Joyce and Teresa.
Do you want to say something? No. Okay. Do you think we should have it over here or over there?
Are there little ones? Anyway. And today we will be sharing and mingling our waters with, it's not coming out. I'm talking right into it. Coyote is here. What? So we are here to mingle the waters of our lives in this community, a community that's sacred to many. And this first part of the service is our normal joys and concerns. I would like people to come up, take a pebble here, come to the mic, and put it in the bowl that's got the pebbles. Okay. The second bowl is for the mingling of our waters. So, so as you know, the joys and concerns is uh, to sharing from the heart that which is meaning for you today. And if you'd come up, grab a pebble, state your name and a short thing of what you're saying, drop your pebble, and depart that way. Thank you. I think we have power. Also, those people on Zoom, please put your joys and sorrows in the chat, and Anna will read them after this.
I've got one pebble for my mother in Georgia, who is turning 89 on the 23rd. Okay, you're gonna angle it away from me. There we go. And talking with her just last night on the phone. She can't dial out anymore. She's got Alzheimer's, but she can answer it, and she's always grateful for Mr. Bell. And this pebble is for Jeff and Jeff's cat Bosco, who is still living on my balcony 6 months later. And thankful for Abby having helped me create a living space for him out there, and giving him some sunlight and good vibes. And don't know how this is going to resolve, but it's an elderly cat, and I'm doing the best I can with this. And just kind of hopeful for all the way around. Depart this.
Somebody put a pebble in the bowl that's carved to look like an L. David was very wise, so this is for David.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. This is a pebble with lots of strange corners and cracks and weirdness about it, which kind of represents my family very well. And last weekend, I had the great joy and also the great expenditure of energy to fly cross country in less than 72 hours to Georgia, where I was able to play piano and sing for my brother's wedding. And it was wonderful and exhausting all at the same time. And it's a big, tricky way to begin the school year, but I am back safe and sound, and my brother is happily married to a wonderful woman. So to Sam and Mary Catherine, yes.
I didn't get to go. And that's okay. I feel compelled to drop a pebble today for an old family friend who was memorialized yesterday in Portland, Rob Eller Isaacs. I used to just know him as Robbie. He was a big brother to me. It was his first of two memorials. Brian Jessup did the opening prayer for it yesterday. I was going to take my parents, who were very close to Rob and Jan, but they had to bow out because of COVID concerns. Anyway, Robbie, was my coolest big brother for a while, has been visiting in my dreams, and I'm feeling him. So, love for Rob.
Hi, I'm Anne, for those who don't know me. And this is a pebble of gladness. My good friend, whose name is Steve Salo, who became a member of Huff, having met me exactly before COVID hit, before we had lockdown. So almost nobody has gotten to meet him yet. But the reason for the gladness is that quite many years ago, his father moved from here, having lived here for many decades and fished commercially, moved to Kansas to live with the youngest child and family and the grandchildren. And so Arma Salo, he's a widower. He's 98 now. Steve got to go back and spend 2 weeks with him. So he's there now, and they're together now. And so I'm saying I'm glad for that.
I'm very happy to be here. I woke this morning and I didn't think I was going to be here. And I don't know where that dark thought came in because I could feel the happiness around as I look at your faces. I see memories there that are wonderful. Yes, Chip, I will speak louder. And so here I am this morning, happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh my God. I'm a Libra, so picking a rock is really hard. It's like, well, I like this one. Well, I like that one. This one reminds me of. Um, I wanted to honor my friend Ann Compton. Ann and I joined the fellowship close to each other, 14, something like that. And we were kind of buddies to go for lunch. And we were same age, almost the same, within months of each other. And I was saddened to hear that Ann had passed away a couple of weeks ago. I know she usually bolted out as soon as the service was over, so most of you never got a chance to meet Ann. But um, I lived in Hawaii and she had lived in Hawaii, different islands, but we bonded as aloha buddies, and I feel very close to her heart. And I look forward to seeing her again because she was sure a hell of a lot of fun to be with. This one?
Yeah.
Good morning, I'm Chip. Oh. So the first pebble is a pebble of appreciation to Laurel Bussey and to look what you're doing to me. You're in my heart. To Beverly, Morgan Lewis, for the usual reasons for turning out on Saturday, and also for special reasons this time. And this pebble is for September 11th, 1906, when Mohandas Gandhi proclaimed his Satyagraha campaign for nonviolent action in Johannesburg. And also for September 11th, 1973, the horrifying attack on the democratically elected government of Chile, orchestrated by CIA and other US agencies. And also for September 11th, 2001, when we suffered the blowback from those decades of meddling and manipulation in other countries.
Hello, my name is Valerie. I'm dropping 2 pebbles. One, and they're both for gratitude. One, gratitude for my wonderful and loving husband of 36 years, Pat. We celebrated our 36th anniversary on a medical appointment in Santa Rosa. Where else, right? Love you. And the other pebble, that was September 6th on Monday. And on Saturday, the 17th, my daughter Lily, now turning 29, our daughter Lily, will have her 29th birthday, and she's pregnant and will have her own daughter in February. So it's really pretty neat.
Hello, I'm Sylvia, and I'm here to thank you all for your blessings and well wishes upon my having lung surgery 3 weeks ago and a benign tumor. I feel blessed. I feel absolutely blessed and thankful, and spread that around to all of you.
Okay, I'm going to share those joys and sorrows via Zoom, and I don't have a podium, so I'm balancing. Let's see. Sue and Lee Mossman say we welcome Helen Batcher back, who is now home after a short stay at Alder Bay. Helen appreciates cards, phone calls, and visits. Please call first before your visit. And see if I can scroll. Our hearts and thoughts are with Tracy Jordan French, whose sister Beth passed away recently. Tracy would appreciate cards. That's also from Sue and Lee Mossman. Okay. And Ginger and Richard Cassow say, for my brother on his birthday, dead some 3 years now. Victoria Lavers, I am here and showing my face for the first time. As soon as my son Nathan returns from treatment, we will come in person. I love this fellowship. That's all for today.
And I drop this final pebble for all of the joys, sorrows, celebrations, and feelings kept in our hearts.
Come into the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Come into the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Come into the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Flowing down, down, down to my soul. Love shines in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Love shines in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Love shines in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Flowing down, down, down to my soul. Forgiveness flows in these rivers, rivers of grace. Forgiveness flows in these rivers, rivers of grace. Forgiveness flows in these rivers, rivers of grace. Flowing down, down, down to my soul. Come bathe in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Come bathe in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Come bathe in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Flowing down, down, down to my soul. Flowing down, down, down my soul, flowing down, down, down to my soul.
Isn't she fantastic? Swap things around, swap things around. Mike, Mike, Mike. Ray! Is that good? That's better? Okay, we come to this time in our service where one of the things of rededication is, fill in the coffers. You know, it takes a lot to have people like Anna working here, people like Annette playing music, people like Elizabeth leading and teaching the choir, and the building and the grounds. So I'm going to pass the baskets, and Montana, would you collect them at the back when we get done? And thank you. We gather in community, both here in person and those of you on Zoom. Each fall, our fellowship officially reconvenes for the new fellowship year with a gathering of the waters ceremony. Our various experiences, insights, and gifts are blended to rebuild our community. This year, it is vitally important as we ponder the direction of this fellowship for this year and the years to come. It is important that all voices are heard. There's a lot of angst about what comes next. We are not alone. As congregations reemerge from COVID isolation, it has been difficult for many, if not most, congregations. Times and what is possible have changed and will continue to do so. Many stressors have frayed nerves, caused burnout in ministry, which is hard to work on all levels. We are all apprehensive about what the future holds. However, this gives us a chance to redefine who we are. Often we must be torn asunder in order to be reborn into new possibilities. I recall an experience I had in a graduate class on Jungian psychology. We all met for a weekend every month for several months. Between the gatherings, we drew a mandala every day. I started with this lovely tree in the middle of which changed over time. The tree was struck by lightning and torn asunder. Yet from the lightning strike, waters sprang forth, and new and varied growth emerged. When I showed my prof, he shared with me his own personal series of images from several years before. While the artistry was different, the images were identical. New growth comes from radical change. As Wendell Berry says, when we no longer know what to do, we have come to our real work. And when we no longer know which way to go, we have begun our real journey. So let us journey together by pooling our resources. Each of us here has both strengths and weaknesses, things we are interested in, and those things that I don't want to ever do that. We each have areas in which we need to grow. Let this fellowship be a place where we work collaboratively to re-envision this community while we love and nourish one another. We are all going to falter and make mistakes. No one's perfect. It's just a part of being human. So let us be patient with one another in our humanness and forgive readily. Our Huff Covenant with one another includes the following paragraph. We recognize and honor the diversity amongst us. We will be gentle with one another in our disagreements, and we will strive to learn from one another. We commit ourselves to be present for support and assistance to one another in generosity of spirit, sharing both our needs and strengths. So today's gathering of the waters will focus on what you represent and what the water represents. The water, we're slightly changing what's been published. So in addition to sharing what the water represents as far as what you bring to this community, we'll ask to say, how did this water renew you? And then what gifts you bring to this community. So what talents, interests, willingness you personally have to offer this community. While you may have brought water, either real or virtual, from exotic places, just state the location and leave the details for the chatting during potluck or over Zoom. We ask you to complete the following sentence. This water from blank symbolizes how you have been renewed and blank, which I bring to this community. An example. This water from the placegate symbolizes my joy in seeing my labor brought forth something wonderful, the children's delight, and my ability to plan, which I bring to this community. I'd like each of you to ponder how you would like to share and complete that sentence while the choir sings. And they're going to sing Blue Boat Home.
Oh, below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun my sail and moon my rudder, as I fly the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves like holding me, hail the great winds urging me on. Breathe the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Of course, my notes are up there with page 4. No. Did I turn it off? Yeah, is it on? Okay, I'm leaving that for everybody. We can go up and down and all that. Anyway, this is the time when we share what's on our hearts as far as how we have been refreshed And so whether you have real water, virtual water, if you take out of the pitcher, just take a little bit because we'll need to use that for the people on Zoom. So, Sarah, what this water represents, how you've been renewed this last summer or our time apart, and what gift, if any, you bring to this fellowship. Like I said, like I'm renewed by just seeing the kids playing on that playscape, and it's like, wow, and I bring my ability to plan. Um, Also a sense of resiliency and optimism and all that other good stuff. But just one little thing. And if you'd come up and line up over here, do your thing, and then um, have fun with it. Okay. Love you all.
I brought some virtual water or fake water from Crater Lake, which is my sacred place. And um, I've really had a 20-some year long love affair with that place. And as far as the fellowship is concerned, I'm looking forward to helping to facilitate a new Soul Matters group. And I'm hoping it'll be a place where the participants and I can practice and work on and get better at deep listening.
I'm Montana, but this is Jack's fish tank water. So when you get fish for kids, just be ready because you're the one that gets to take care of them for the rest of their lives, just like kids. We change it every week, but the cool thing about it is it's continually cycling through, so you never completely empty out the water, and that's the way I feel about this fellowship. People come and go. I've only been here 5 years, and I've seen a lot of people go, and a few more people coming in. So that's what this symbolizes, is the continuing flow of the fellowship, and also how we take care of, we're interconnected. Seventh principle, the interconnectedness of life.
We've been hanging on to this since 2019.
So this is water from El Cerrito, from the house I grew up in and the house that my mother lived in for 65 years. And it's the last memento from that house. She died 4 years ago. And it represents the permanence of the house that I grew up in and the permanence of this community. And it's my hope that the 65 years that this fellowship's been in existence gets replicated many times over into the future. And that's what this represents.
This water is from near the river mouth of the Mad River. And in terms of its refreshing me, it reminds me a lot of this congregation, this community. I feel so much gratitude for having discovered this place. And I hope to be able to bring, the capacity to listen and to care with compassion and love to this community.
I bring virtual water from Gold Beach, where Cheryl and I went to celebrate our 37th anniversary. I was renewed for our commitment, and this water represents the commitment that we both have for this beloved fellowship.
I bring virtual water also
from Pahoa, Hawaii, where my daughter has recently moved, so I need to be spending a lot of time there. What a chore. So I think what I bring back is just a renewal of my energy and wanting to pitch in and do more than I was doing before. So singing in the choir is sort of a renewal for me too. This water is from the Klamath River, and it represents for me optimism for the ongoing flow of the river after the dams come out in the near future. And I wish that for us also here at Huff.
Hello. Uh, well, I bring water from here, but I just wanted to. My name's Melissa, and I just wanted to make a renewal to myself by being a part of a community that's so welcoming and so warm, and finally find a place where I can call home. So, thank you, and singing in the choir as well. As Bert said, is a renewal. So, thank you.
My name is Pat, and I'm going to give a two-part virtual water donation on behalf of Valerie and myself. We visited our daughter, Navara. We're bringing water back from the Olympic Peninsula, a beautiful place, and we loved visiting with our beautiful daughter, who some of you will remember. And to us, that denotes our desire to be a contributing factor to young folks living today, because there's so much more in the way of challenges that anybody younger than any of us now will face in the future. And we should all strive to make younger people's lives as easy as possible. The other thing I just want to toss in, we've all known, most likely, the experience of traveling a whole lot less in the last couple of years. But one thing that we've been able to do is travel in the virtual realm through Zoom. The benefit of Zoom, to those people who are Zooming into the service today, they're tangibly experiencing that. I tangibly experienced so much of that over the last couple of years when I got to do so many neat Zoom meetings and connect with people in all parts of the country, sometimes around the world, which was a wonderful thing. So my virtual donation of water for that, I guess, denotes my, sense of our interconnectedness. Just as water and rivers connect us all, we're all 98% water or something like that. Zoom has also enabled us to have kind of a current of flow and connection. Thanks.
Hi. This water represents coming from a place in Oregon that I actually physically managed to visit this year. And it was a retreat for members of a spiritual practice that I belong to that's in the Tibetan tradition. It happens to involve lots and lots of motion, and that was it was very renewing for me in several ways, but especially spiritually. There was a lot of innovation, and that's one of the things that I like to do. So I was delighted to participate, and that's reflecting on what Bertie said. That's one of the things that I bring, that I like to give, to listen, to connect, and to find inspirations. So I offer that with this water.
Hi again. I'm Elizabeth.
Oh, hi, Stephen. Sorry.
And I bring virtual water from the botanical gardens in Georgia. My brother was married, and also from our house. And Stephen has actual water here. And I was renewed by just being reminded how when people who care can make things happen, unlikely, wonderful, beautiful things happen if they listen and they are resilient and flexible. So what I bring is my continued energy and hopefully flexibility and adaptability to the fellowship.
And I'm Stephen Cosso. And I brought water from home because I was thirsty today, which happens every day. So it reminds me of the preciousness of just the mundanity, the day-to-day existence that we all share, and it is extremely precious. No matter how busy it is, we all connect deeply just in our day-to-day lives together. So it's a reminder of that, and my dedication to Elizabeth and Harrison and our precious lives together.
Hello, I brought some water from my shrimp aquarium, and I feel renewed by it because it's a very lush, verdant environment in my home that I can kind of watch the plants growing, watch the shrimp. There's this whole community of shrimps in there, and they're little gardeners, and I'd like to help out, maybe do a little gardening, and so I brought some water. Represents that.
Hi, I'm Mandy Bray, and I brought a certain amount of things with me, and then Bertie threw me a curve with rules and discussion and different things, so I'm going to try to conform to, let's see here. I bring to the fellowship perseverance and persistence and a great love of the support of this community, which has supported me through the years that I have lived here. I've lived in my apartment for 22 years now. My partner, Jeff Thomas, joined me from Kansas City 7 years after I moved out here. And February 22nd could have been our 20th anniversary. But after moving my mom down to Georgia to live in an assisted living center, we found ourselves, I turned 60 in February. He turned 65 in April, and we have separated. And tomorrow will be 6 months. And I bring the water that I have gathered, not a lot of rainwater, but Abigail Hastings Tharp, wherever Abby, there she is. Abby has grown up in this fellowship, and she's going off to college in Long Beach tomorrow. I invited her out here special for this. She helped me redesign this pen for Bosco, this 14-year-old cat that is Jeff's cat, since Jeff is not able to take care of him yet. And the pen now has daylight on the side. We've moved the plywood around, and a shower curtain, a clear shower curtain. And it protects him from the rains that'll be coming in the wintertime. And I gathered water from the little where it kind of seeps in. So I keep the creativity is the other thing that I bring here because I keep waking up at 3 in the morning and figuring out what's the next thing that I can do that's a little bit better. And I keep working on that. And the other wonderful thing about Zoom, now I'm here in person because I normally have been Zooming this for quite some time. I'm also able to YouTube the service up in Salem, Oregon, where I went for 25 years while being with my parents. And there's a little bit of water from my watercolor table in this because I was on a Zoom class. I re-met Abby in front of Michael's getting watercolor supplies for this 10-week Zoom watercolor class. And I started on the couch in the living room on a thing on my lap and all the supplies, and complained to the ladies on Zoom that I wasn't expecting to start watercolors until I could get my art room rebuilt after Mom had lived there. And I manifested a beautiful, large 30-inch by 5 feet glass top table at a thrift store. And all I had to do was be able to move it, and neighbors helped me. And so now I have a watercolor table in my art room. And so that's really special to me. And who knows, I may be able to bring an art show to here after all sometime. Anyone that has any great creative ideas on taking care of an elderly cat, or wants to foster a kitty during the wintertime, I don't know, but I'm putting it out there to the world because I don't know what to do, and I'm still trying, and I still love Jeff, and I'm not going to put his cat down, but I don't know what to do.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Wheeler. I'm bringing virtual water from Lake Monona in Madison, Wisconsin, where I have been a member of First Unitarian Society for 20 years. And this is the first service I've been to since March of 2020, possibly true for some of you too. Before that, I was a member of the Olympia Brown Unitarian Universal Church in Racine, Wisconsin for 20 more years. So a thing that I have is a lot of experience with Unitarian Universalism. I'm obviously new here and am looking forward to just being a learner and a listener at this point.
Hi, I'm Chip, and this is actually water obtained this morning. The last maybe 2 dozen drops out of the rain barrel that I got by tipping it in one direction. The rain barrel appeared to be depleted weeks ago, so hopefully it'll be replenished soon.
Yeah, not for the next hour.
Wrong one. There. They're all mingled. And so what I bring with this is a commitment to mitigate and survive climate change. And,
I bring water all the way from Hawaii, by way of Myrtle's Market, of course. The water there I lived there for 16 years. I went to visit and stayed for 16 years. I absolutely love living on the island, and I love the water there, and I really, well, it was just special. It came down from great heights, and it was filtered through an aquifer system, and it was just so pure when it came down, and you could go to the spigot and get it for free if you if you needed to, since I camped there a lot. Um, but it symbolizes the aloha spirit, and a little hard to define because it's more than just hello, goodbye. It's love, and it incorporates forgiveness and goodness and respect for the land. Um, I had one really wonderful experience right after I moved there. I was down at the City Refuge and I walked across the lava rock when I could do that more easily. And when it connects you to the water, and then watching the sunset setting on the water and feeling that fragrant air, that wind coming off the mountain that smelled like frangipani and jasmine and night blooming jasmine. It was a pleasure to the senses. So I bring this water. I'm going to put it on the table to have. I'm not able to come very often, but I want you to know, seriously, my prayers are for this place all the time and for the world. And I feel like as I've lost some body energy, that I've also increased my prayer life for the world. And that's what I can offer to this fellowship. Aloha.
Hi, I'm Bob Bronkel. I'm bringing virtual water from Santa Cruz. This is where my eldest daughter decided to go ahead and strike out on her own about a year ago. And last month, I was able to go ahead and reunite with her along with my other daughter, Darby, where we were able to have a really nice dinner together. It was nice to be able to catch up and see how she's growing.
Where's Chip? Is he still on? Is Chip still? Oh. Forgive me. I know you will forgive me for the plastic water bottle because this was from David's last night. For me, it represents not only what we take with us, but what we leave behind. And it's that spirit that I bring to this fellowship and am renewed by the incredible love and support. In the crystal bowl. You gonna go?
Yeah. No, I won't. In here. Let me get a rock here. And okay, make a quick note. What I've done is I have comes. Okay, I have a rock here, this little one, and a cup of water. That's from here, Arcata Water, and I'm going to put it in there and hope that it won't. Oh, okay. And what it is I have the Heritage Cafe, which is our senior program for the city. That's in our focal place. And what's happening is that they're not serving this right now. We've had problems with the water being shut off. We've had a number of things going on, and it's not getting back to us. So anyway, I think we need somebody that's going to be really on it with the city council to make sure that the money is there for fixing up the problem with the water and things like that, because a lot of us seniors are there and not now. And so we're hanging out. And I thought if anybody here has some position that they can help by the city hall to push this out, I'd vote for them, and I'm hoping this person does too. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to do it. Good. You did it. That's a rock. Okay. These are the cards, by the way, and I'm going with that will take care.
Okay, I have one from Zoom to share with you all. This is from Jenny Hansen. My water comes from our nurturing Humboldt Bay, and what I bring to Huff is facilitation skills for small Zoom groups. From Jenny. Thank you, Birdie.
And I pour the rest of this water for all the combined energy and love that I see on your faces and in your hearts. Not as easy for me to jump up and down now. So, how good it is to be together. Surely all these varied gifts of our fellowship community will flourish as we do the hard work of creatively and collaboratively redetermining who we are as a fellowship and what our future holds. Our congregation will remain loving, nourishing, and powerful for decades to come. Yes. Everybody there with me? Yes. Good. And in closing, may the love which overcomes all differences, which heals all wounds, which puts to flight all fears, which reconciles all who are separated, be in us, among us, now and always. And the choir is going to introduce us to a new benediction song. Oh, I don't know whether I turned it off or not.
Copies here. A one-page song entitled "Carrie the Flame." Thank you. A one-page song. So we're going to sing "Carrie the Flame," and there's a part for the congregation. So what we're going to do first is just learn that part really quickly, and then the choir will begin, and they're going to be singing harmony parts. I'll cue you when it's our turn, okay? So here's our part. Can everybody see that? Okay, "Carrie the Flame." It's okay. Okay, here we go. So choir will sing it and join along as you feel comfortable. And 1, 2, 3. Then that repeats. Here we go. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. Let's do it one more time. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. Then we end. Carry the flame. Okay, so if you read music, you'll notice that you see 3 dots or 2 dots. That tells you to repeat. So once the congregation comes in, we're going to sing our part twice. Okay, I'll give you the knowing nod. Okay, and I'll be singing loudly, kind of, sort of into the microphone. Okay, so we'll sing our part twice. The choir's going to start. Okay, make sense? We got this. This goes up here.
of Jesus we again. Carry on me
Well, welcome, Bob. Bob is going to help anybody who wants to, preferably starting with the little kids that needs. But I'm hoping that some adults play too. I mean, we went to some work to get that course set up, so I hope some people play. And I made a little model. It's everything to do wrong and making a cart, a squash cart. So it'll be a few minutes before we get set up for the potluck. Those are people who are pitching in and all of that. And let's have some fun and get a chance to chat with each other and play. And I'm wondering if we'll get any squash. Let me see. The kids are trying to slide down it. That's an interesting use of a batch of felt paper. Okay, so let's hopefully they won't ruin our race course. So anyway, have fun and thank you for everybody who's pitched in and everybody who's come here and have fun.
Hey everybody, welcome to the virtual coffee hour time. You're now allowed to unmute yourselves and you can go into into gallery view so you can all see each other. We wish you were here to celebrate with us. Thanks for joining us on Zoom.